Good afternoon here in Wausau. We have a matchup here between the Marshfield Tigers and the Wausau West Warriors. Just a quick sound check here. Quick sound check. We'll be back in 15 minutes for lineups in our Auto Select pregame show. Stay tuned. Thank you. Welcome to Zaleski Sports on this gorgeous Thursday afternoon. A matchup between the Wausau West Warriors and the Marshfield Tigers. Right now it is senior day, so the seniors are getting honored here right now for Wausau West. They already introduced the Marshfield seniors. This is our Auto Select pregame show. I am Dan Lau on the call today. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful May afternoon. Today's pregame is brought to you by Auto Select, located on Schofield Avenue in Weston, which has been providing dependable vehicle repair service and tires for 22 years. With a 3-year nationwide warranty and a free roadside assistance, at Auto Select, you're good to go. That's Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston and also on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Stevens Point. Marshfield comes in today with a 9-8 record, 3-5 in conference. Taking on Wausau West, who's 5-10, 4-3 in conference. Let's take a look at both lineups here. Leading off for Marshfield is left fielder Delaney Varsho, batting second, catching Lillian Griesbach. Third base, Lydia Garvin. First base, Madison Kraus, batting fifth. Ryan Costa, the shortstop. Batting sixth, Madeline Cole in center. Molly Fox is pitching and batting seventh. Taylor Weiss in right and batting ninth. Layla Ottman, who is playing second base. Now looking at the fielding for the Warriors of Wausau West. Pitching today, Caitlin Butler. Catching, Addie Heil. First base, Sadie Peisig. Second base, Peyton Kalmez. Shortstop, Claire Kalmez. Third base, Taylor Defner. Left fielder, Balin Holstrom. Center fielder, Taylor Leibelt. And right fielder, McKenna Gale. The designated player today is Molly Mushinsky. Her vision and skill make her a force to be reckoned with here in the field. Most recently, Wausau West took on Wausau East on Monday. I was there for that one as they won 14-4, capped off by a back-to-back homers in the fifth to take the 10-run win. Marshfield has gone 1-1 on the week, beating Merrill and losing to Wisconsin Rapids. Both teams look to pick up another big Wisconsin Valley Conference win. And we will have the national anthem and first pitch coming up soon after a word from our sponsors. This is Zaleski Sports with Dan Lau. Thank you for watching Marshfield versus Wausau West.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
If the check engine light comes on in your car, do you address it or hope it goes away on its own? Pain is your body's check engine light signaling that something isn't right. Innovative Health in Weston can help identify and fix the aches and pains of everyday life. We deliver effective chiropractic care for every joint in your body, from your neck to your back to your knees and feet. With 4 doctors on staff and advanced treatment options, we've been consistently voted a top chiropractic and sports medicine clinic in central Wisconsin. Whether you're a high school athlete, a pregnant mom, or just feeling the wear and tear of life, give us a call at Innovative Health in Weston today.
Feel better, live better, Innovative Health.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports, as we got some Wisconsin Valley Conference softball coming your way here soon. Marshfield just got introduced on the field. Wausau West about to be introduced. Marshfield coming in 9-8, 3-5 in conference, coached by Becky Linsmeyer. Taking on the Warriors of Wausau West, 5-10, 4-3 in conference. These two previously met on April 17th in a high-scoring affair in which the Warriors bested Marshfield on the road in a 12-11 win. We'll see if we get that many runs today. Pitching today on both sides, we got Molly Fox pitching for the Tigers and Caitlin Butler once again starting for the Warriors. She started against Wausau East on Monday. Gave up a few runs early, but then very good from the pitching rubber throughout the game. Following that, we'll get more into that throughout this one. Just a meeting at the home plate here. I'm not sure what the lengthy discussion is about. We'll take one more quick break here and come back with first pitch soon. Thank you for watching Zaleski Sports.
Is your business, church, or organization getting a fair deal on your copier contracts? Do you even know how much you're spending? Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been in the office technology industry for 70 years. We have an award-winning service department, and customers love our fair and flexible service contracts. If you're currently a customer, thank you. If you currently work with one of our competitors, let's talk. We can tell you if you're overpaying or getting a good deal. BBT, we want to be the easiest vendor you work with. b-bt.com.
Are you ready to give your kids a head start on smart money habits? With Abbey Bank's Bright Future Checking, kids and teens can learn to manage money with you right by their side. They get their own debit card, and you can keep an eye on spending with easy-to-use mobile banking and card controls. The Bright Future Checking account has no fees, no minimum balance, and kids get a bonus after the first deposit is made. Give your child the power of independence. Stop in or visit abbeybank.com to get started. Abbey Bank is member FDIC.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Batting ninth, playing right field, number 8, McKenna Gale. And doing the pitching today, number 2, Caitlin Butler. Warriors are coached by Jamie Hughes and Rachel Boda and Cassie Elke. Our umpires for today's game, from Athens, Wisconsin, Mike Check, and from Dorchester, Richard Olson. At this time, we ask those that are able to please rise, remove your headgear as you face center field with the playing of the greatest song on the planet with the national anthem.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports for Wisconsin Valley Softball. This game is brought to you by Access Insurance. For all your business, personal and auto and life insurance needs, there's always a local agent you can look to at Access Insurance. Learn more on accessinsurance.net. Access Insurance Agency, their business revolves around you. Marshfield Dairy Fest is May 30th and 31st. Check out visitmarshfield.com for all the details. See you in Marshfield for a fun-filled weekend at Dairy Fest. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind. Roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust. Warming up, here are the Warriors and Caitlin Butler on the mound. She pitched on Monday against the Wausau East Lumberjacks, gave up 4 runs through the first 2 innings, but after that, allowed 0 through the next 3 as the Warriors eventually won 14-4 over the crosstown rival Lumberjacks. Due up for Marshfield here this half inning is Delaney Varsho, Lillian Griesbach, and Lydia Garvin. Varsho stepping up, the lefty left fielder. And first pitch is taken for a ball to Varsho. Last time I saw Marshfield play, she was the highlight house player in their early season win over Chippewa Falls. Two 2-0 here to the senior Tiger. And she's patient at the plate. 3-0 here. As I was saying earlier, these two met in a high-scoring matchup when West bested the Tigers 12-11 on the road. And that ball is low for a leadoff walk.
Brings up the catcher, number 4, Lillian Griesbach.
Catcher Lillian Griesbach to bat here, batting second for the Tigers. Thank you for joining us on this nice May afternoon. Spring took a long time to start, but we sure had a good week this week. Hit up to Claire Calmez, thrown to second, and safe at first. Nice stretch there by Peisig, but they get the lead runner as Griesbach reaches on fielder's choice.
Lydia Garvin.
1 down, 1 on. Lydia Garvin, the third baseman, batting third. And that one's in and taken for a ball, 1-0. In our post-game interview last game, Coach Hughes said that the Warriors are slow starters typically. And that's hit up to third. Bobbled and thrown out at first is Garvin. On the play from Defner to Peisig, 2 down.
Brings up the first baseman, number 11, Madison Krause.
Madison Krause, the first baseman. On Monday against Merrill, Krause had a monstrous game, driving in 4 runs and a 6-5 win and getting a walk-off double. Marshfield beat Merrill in that walk-off on Monday, but lost big to Wisconsin Rapids the following day. Wausau West has not played since their victory on Monday over East. Butler's pitch is in and fouled down the third baseline. 0-2 here is Krause. Butler looks in and delivers, and that's swinging down the right field line and out of the reach of McKenna Gale. Another 0-2 pitch here coming from Butler. And that's on the corner for a strikeout, the third out of the top of the first. Warriors will be batting after this.
Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau is hiring full-time second and third shifts with competitive starting wages and a pay increase every 90 days during your first year. Great Lakes Cheese invests in their employees. Apply today at jobs.greatlakescheese.com.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life? That's my life story? I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. This one is brought to you by Peterson Kramer Funeral Home, which is committed to providing personal and compassionate care for each customer. Let Peterson Kramer Funeral Home step up for you in your time of need. Molly Fox warming up here for the Marshfield Tigers. And due up for the Warriors is left fielder Balin Holstrom, second base Peyton Calmez, and center fielder Taylor Leibelt.
Leading the Warriors off in the bottom of the first inning, the left fielder, number 5, Balin Holstrom.
The Tigers converge at the pitching mound as the bottom of the first is underway here. Balin Holstrom to bat. Fox looks in, winds up, and right down the heart of the plate for a strike. And that ball is high. 1-1. Fox twirls the softball in her hands, and that's inside. 2-1 to Holstrom. Again, the Warriors were down 4-0 on Monday, and then put up 14 unanswered on Wausau East. For the 10-run win. And that's another high ball. 3-1 here to Holstrom. Fox delivers, and that's a strike down the heart of the plate. 3-2, full count to the leadoff hitter. And swing and hitting into center. 1 out. Bringing up Peyton Calmez, the second baseman for the Warriors.
Second baseman, number 6, Peyton Calmez.
She had a very good game defensively on Monday. A lot of balls hit her way, and clean fielding by her. That's a check swing, but rolled a ball. And fouled it away. It was Calmez. 1-1. I believe during the senior introductions they said, I think it was Peyton that'll be going for environmental science next year. A lot of seniors were introduced here for the Warriors, 8 of them. That's hit in the gap between first and second, and Calmez reaches on a single. 1 on, 1 down for Taylor Leibelt, the center fielder, who hit a 2-run homer last time against East.
Center fielder number 4.
Her 2-run home run made the game 13-4. And then our next batter, Claire Calmez, hit a solo shot to walk it off for the Warriors. That ball fouled away. 0-1. J&D Tube Benders was founded in 1968 and has stayed in the Felch family ever since as a locally owned manufacturer, specializing in tube bending, welding, and cutting. Find and join the J&D Tube Bending team in the Schofield Industrial Park or at jndtubebending.com. That off-speed pitch is high and inside. 1-1 to Liebelt. Swing and a miss. A big cut there from the center fielder. Now bringing the count to 1-2. Fox delivers, and that's another foul. Every pitcher is different, but some go at a very quick pace. I think Fox a little more deliberate in her approach. Doesn't fire pitch after pitch, takes a little more time. 1-2 here. Everyone has their own strategy. Some like to go at a quicker pace and try to catch the hitter off guard. Fox twirls the ball in her hand, looks in, and that ball high as Griesbach looks back. Kalmez at first. 2-2 is the count. And another ball fouled away. A good battle here between Liebelt and Fox. The 2-2 pitch. And hit high by Liebelt into left. And that's gone. Another two-run homer by Liebelt.
Number 4, Taylor Liebelt.
She hit a two-run homer her last at-bat on Monday. And doing another one here to give a 2-0 lead for Wausau West. After a long battle with Molly Fox, fouling away pitch after pitch. But eventually, Fox 0, Liebelt 1. A matchup to watch throughout today.
They'll bring up the shortstop.
Bring up Claire
number 1,
Kalmez,
Claire
the shortstop.
Kalmez.
An inside strike to the shortstop, 0-1. And that's hit up the middle past Fox, who got out of the way, and that's a single. Three straight hitters advance for the Warriors, bringing up designated player Molly Mushinski, still with one out here in the bottom of the first. As I said, Coach Hughes said they were a slow starting team, and not so here today. Already up 2-0. And that's a high ball taken, 1-0. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. That's a called strike. 1-1 to Mushinski. High, 2-1. Nice May afternoon here in the mid-60s with a little bit of wind. Sun is out. And that's low and gobbled up by Griesbach, not allowing Kalmaz to advance. And that's chopped foul off the plate. And a full count here to the number 5 hitter. Fox delivers, and a swing and a miss. First strikeout of the game for Molly Fox for the second out of the inning.
Catcher number 3,
Bring up Addie Heil, the catcher, batting 6th here for the Warriors. And that high pitch is fouled away. And that's a high foul ball and not enough room for Griesbach to make the play. Now Heil is down 0-2 here to Fox. And 1-2 here to Heil. Fox winds up. And a swing and a miss by Heil. Griesbach down to first for the third out of the inning. But Taylor Liebelt belts a 2-run home run to give Wausau West a 2-0 lead. And we got the top of the second coming up after these commercial messages.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Selling your car to Doll Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Doll Auto. Simple.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Here in the top of the second, due up for the Tigers is Costa, Cole, and Fox. Thank you to all our sponsors. With an office right here in Wausau, Sure Construction offers commercial and custom home construction expertise throughout Wisconsin. For your next construction project, look no further than Sure Construction. Check out their beautiful work at sureconstruction.com. Warriors up 2-0 here after 1. The Warriors all warmed up. And Costa, the shortstop for Marshfield, walks up to the plate.
Batting the top of the second inning for Marshfield, the shortstop, number 10, Ryan Costa.
Butler fires in for a ball. Looking up next for Marshfield, they take on Eau Claire North on the road tomorrow night. And then next Tuesday, they face a very tough DC Everest team. It's inside. 2-2 here to Costa. Sorry, now it's 2-2. And that ball is too low. Full count here to Costa. Butler delivers. Hit up back to her. And thrown out to Peissig is Costa for the first out of the inning. Bringing up Madeline Cole, the center fielder. And that's hit to short and thrown out is Cole. And a 6-3 put out for the second out of the inning. Bring up pitcher Molly Fox.
Brings up the pitcher, number 3, Molly Fox.
Pitcher to pitcher here, and that's a called strike on Fox with the white, blue, and black bat. Marshfield today in the gray uniforms with orange sleeves, or orange numbers, orange lettering, orange socks. One and one here to Fox. TRW Auto Body in Moseley offers top quality collision repair, full body repair, along with 24-hour towing and courtesy loaner vehicles, and a lifetime warranty on their work. That's TRW Auto Body in Moseley, your friendly fender bender mender. And that's a bit inside. 3-1 count here to Molly Fox. Butler fires in low. And Molly Fox takes a walk. The second by Butler this afternoon. Taylor Weiss, the right fielder, now batting.
Courtesy run for the pitcher, number 13, Cameron Pierce.
Courtesy runner for Fox is Cameron Pierce. One on, two down here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss. Heil down to second, but sliding in safely is Molly Fox with the stolen base. Oh and 1 here to the number 8 hitter. But now with a runner in scoring position, Weiss hits it past Peyton Calmez. And nice job getting the ball in there is Leibelt. So we have runners on the corners on that single by Weiss, bringing up Layla Ottman with 2 out.
Brings up number 8, Layla Upton.
That was the first hit of the afternoon for the Tigers. I think even if Peyton Kelmes had stopped that one, she might have not had time to make the throw over to first. And that was a close play at third as Weiss advanced to second. Heil tried to get Fox. Now runners on second and third, 2 in scoring position for Ottman. The umpire's talking over that play, perhaps. And they do rule her safe. Butler looks in, and that's a called strike. 0-2 here to Ottman. Butler fires in. Inside, nice stop by Heil, not allowing Fox to scamper home. And that's hit down the right field line. Just foul. That probably would have tied up the game had that just landed right on the line. Butler delivers. Oh, that was a close call on the off-speed pitch. 2-2 now. And another foul into the Marshfield dugout. And just a bit inside, full count. 2 down, runners will be going on anything. And we have a timeout. I think Defner needs to relace her glove over at third. Full count, 2 down, hit up the middle past Butler. Kelmes ranges over and throws out. Ottman at first as Marshfield threatens to score, but they do not. Leave 2 on. We got the bottom of the second coming up for Wausau West.
I'm Jamie Schley. As your American Family Insurance agent, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing is wrong. Give me a call or stop by our new office location and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Welcome back to Wausau. Due up for the Warriors here is Sadie Peisig, Taylor Defner, McKenna Gale. My apologies for being a little behind on the scoreboard. Usually, well, not usually. A lot of times there are 2 of us working games, and I've had some working with me the last few times, but I'm solo today.
For the Warriors, Sadie Peisig.
Bottom of the second, Peisig to bat. That ball bounced in by Fox, 1-0 to the first baseman. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors. Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com. And a big cut. 1-1 here to Peisig. Fox rocks back and pitches foul. 1-2. And that fastball fouled away. Luckily, there's no strict pitch count in softball, because the Warriors are putting Fox to work here so far with all the foul balls. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout by Molly Fox. One down, bringing up third baseman Taylor Defner. And that's a called first strike. 0-1 to Defner. Good crowd. I'm not sure if you can see it a little in the left side of your screen. A good crowd out in the outfield watching. That's inside. 1-1. If you're a Marshfield fan, make sure to check out our weekly Zaleski Sports Headlines. They're one of the featured teams. Featured schools, I mean. Covering track, golf, softball, baseball. Two and one here, and that's fouled away. 2-2. Mammoth Mortgage is your opportunity for low rates, hassle-free mortgages for buying or refinancing a home throughout Wisconsin. For all your mortgage needs, look to Mammoth Mortgage. And that's a called third strike. This time it's Taylor Defner going down on strikes.
Brings up the right fielder, number 8.
Bring it McKenna Gale, the right fielder. 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And hit back to Fox. Over to first. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the third coming up after this.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back to Wausau West through 2-0 Wausau West. Last inning, Marshfield had a threat going, runners on second and third, but a ground out to end the inning. Now we got the top of the order for the Tigers. Varsho, Griesbach, Garvin. Stepping up is Delaney Varsho, who grounded out. Sorry, who walked and then out on a fielder's choice.
Delaney Marshall now batting for the Tigers.
And that's on the corner for a strike. 0-1. No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snacks. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. A big cut, 0-2. Varsho down in the count here. Butler pitches outside. And Varsho works her way back to 2-2. And fouling it away. Thank you all for joining me this afternoon for Wisconsin Valley softball. This is Dan Lau on play-by-play today. Glad to be here bringing you Wausau West Marshfield softball. Another ball fouled away by Varsho. If you haven't seen the Dalton Varsho catch, I think last week, you got to go check that out. He fell in center field. He's tracking the ball, fell in center field, and kind of like put out his glove backwards-ish, and it just landed in it. But it was probably the best catch so far this season in the MLB. This one hit high, and that lands for a single in shallow center. Varsho reaching for the second time today, bringing up Lillian Griesbach.
Lillian Griesbach.
Griesbach reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. As Coach Linsmeyer calls time here to talk it over with her catcher. Yeah, I'd pull up that Varsho play if I could, because it really was a spectacular catch. One on, nobody out here in the top of the third. Butler to Griesbach for a strike. For all your tire and auto service needs, look to Cheryl Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs. A sure thing to get you back on the road. That's Cheryl Tire and Auto Service. Butler's offering is low and inside. And that one's high. 2-1. Butler fires in, and that's on the corner. Back even at 2. And that's it into the outfield. Nearly the exact same spot as the last play. But they get Varsho out at second. She was probably hesitating, so it looked like it could have been caught. Otherwise, she would have easily been to second.
Number 2, Lydia Garvin.
So that's another fielder's choice there for Griesbach in the 8-4 putout. 1 down, 1 on for Garvin. That's hit into right, and McKenna Gale cannot make the play as it rolls past the warning track to the wall. Garvin to third, and scoring is Griesbach.
Batting the first baseman, number 11, Madison.
Now 2-1 here. So I believe we'll give a single to Garvin and reached third on the error, out and right by Gale. So we have a runner on third with 1 down and a Madison Krause. Batting here for the Tigers. Butler fires in, that's fouled. 0-2 here to the first baseman, who went down looking back in the first inning. Calmez and Butler talk it over. The umpire doing his due diligence and cleaning off the plate of the turf rubber pellets. And that's just outside off the corner. 1-2 here to Krause. And that's foul. Butler gets the sign from Heil. Winds up. And a bit low, 2-2. Thank you for watching. We got a lot of games come to you this afternoon. We've had many this week for you to enjoy. And that's hit past Peyton Calmez, and scoring is Garvin. The RBI single by Madison Krause. And this game's all tied up at 2.
Shortstop, number 10, Ryan Costa.
Now 1 down, 1 on for Ryan Costa, who grounded out back to Butler in the second inning. That was the 4th hit of the game for Marshfield. There'll be an unearned run from Butler, though, due to the error by Gale, and hit out into left for the out as Krause gets back to first. 2 down, bring up Madeline Cole.
Now batting center fielder number 5,
Cole grounded out to shortstop back in the second. And that's low, 1-0 to the center fielder. (2-0) here to Cole. And that's hit over Defner's head into left. Another single here for Marshfield as Krause takes second base.
Brings up the pitch, number 3, Molly Fox.
Bring up Molly Fox, who walked, stole a base, and reached third on a single. but was left stranded back in the second inning. That's chopped foul. Ricocheted, and I'm not sure who that hit. Either hit the catcher or the umpire. 0-1 here to Fox. And that's fouled away. West wants to have this long half inning. High and outside. 1-2 here to Fox. Runners on first and second. And that's a bit high. Next step Prestex, providing Prestec and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Another ball chopped foul. Another 2-2 offering from Butler here. Winds up. And full count here with 2 down and 2 on. Kraus and Cole will be running on anything. And that's hit into shallow outfield. Kraus rounds third and scores. And Fox takes second on the play. Cole to third. And that's an RBI by Fox.
13,
Once again, running for Fox is Cameron Pierce.
Now brings up the right fielder, number 6, Taylor Weiss.
Marshfield now leads 3-2. And they are finding the right spots here in the top of the third. A lot of shallow singles into the outfield out of the reach of the Warrior gloves. And that's hit foul as Taylor Weiss now up to bat. The right fielder singled back in the second and stranded at second base. Skipped in, stopped by Heil for the ball. 1-1. Butler gets signs from Heil. And that's hit past Calmez. 1 run scores. Another one in. A 2-run single by Taylor Weiss. As Cole and Fox come around to score. And now runner on first, 2 down. 5-2 lead for the Tigers. Bring up Layla Ottman, who grounded out to short last inning. Another example of Marshfield hitting it in the perfect spot. This ball past Heil and Weiss down to second. Everything just a little out of reach for the Warriors in the top of the third. Six singles in this half inning by Marshfield. Foundation Finance, starting a job making the money you need with flexible scheduling, a close-knit, fun-loving group with full-time benefits that start day one. Learn more at foundationfinance.com. One and 0 here to the second baseman. Ottman wants to bring in another for Marshfield. They've already scored 5 here in the top of the third. This ball past Heil, thrown down to Defner, but safe is Weiss. In prime scoring position. Three and 0 here to Ottman. Varsho on deck. She started the inning with a single. And that's down the chute for a strike. 3-1 to Ottman. And hit to Claire Calmez. Over to Peisig. And Wausau West gets out of it. But Marshfield puts up 5 runs and hits a plethora of singles. We got the bottom of the third coming up just after this.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows. Call today.
Are you tired of being a boring old tree, bird, or mythical war hero? Find the right job for you at Express Employment. Stop today and discuss positions that fit your abilities and qualifications, leading you to the perfect job. Always local, always strategically selected to match your skill set with local employers. There's a perfect job out there. Let Express Employment professionals help you find it. In Wausau, Stevens Point, Medford, and Marshfield. Find jobs and apply online at expresspros.com.
Welcome back to Wausau. 5-2 Marshfield, bottom of the third. Due up for the Warriors.
Number 5, Balin
Holstrom, Kalmez, Leibelt. Holstrom in her first at bat flew out to center field back in the first inning. And that off the end of her bat, or the inside of her bat. And how will West respond here? Long time in the infield, or in the field. Giving up 5 in the top of the third. They were down 4-0 on Monday and put up 14 unanswered. They do have the ability to pile on runs. As we saw in the first matchup between these two, a 12-11 win over the Tigers. And that's high. 2-1 here to Holstrom. From residential to commercial, industrial to agriculture, Newton Electric in Wausau has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1977. Give them a call or find them online at newtonelac.com. And that's hit to short. And thrown to Kraus. 1 down in the 6-3 put out. Peyton Kalmez
brings up the second baseman.
now up to bat.
Peyton Kalmez.
That's fired in for a strike. 0-1 to the second baseman. Fox rocks back and delivers off the head of Kalmez. Now 1 on and 1 down. Bringing up Taylor Liebelt, who hit a 2-run homer into left back in the first inning.
Center fielder, number 4.
For the 2 runs scored by the Warriors today. She's hit back-to-back 2-run home runs dating back to last game, so we'll see if she can do so a third at-bat in a row. That would be quite a feat. I'm sure that's quite rare. And that's called a strike on the inside. 0-1 to Liebelt. And that's fouled away. 0-2, the center fielder in the hole here. She fouled off pitch after pitch on Fox back in the first, and eventually belted one out to left. That was quite the battle between the two. And that's hit high into right, ranging back, and misplayed. And down to second is Liebelt as Kalmez reaches third on the error. That'll be E9.
Brings up the shortstop.
As Weiss came off Weiss's glove. Perhaps right in the sun. Bring up Claire Kalmez, who singled back in the first. For all your auto repair needs, Mosley and Rothschild turns to John's Auto Repair just off Business 51 north of Mosinee. Auto repair you can trust to have it done right and get you on your way. John's Auto Repair. Now 0-1 here to Claire Kalmez, the shortstop for the Warriors. And that's high. As Griesbach looks back, Kalmez at third. Fox delivers 1-1, and that's hit a mile in the air, ranging over and caught in foul territory by Lydia Garvin for the second out. Bring up Molly Mashinsky, who went down striking out back in the first. Backus Family Chiropractic in Rothschild provides personalized chiropractic care no matter what issue your body is battling, from migraines and anxiety to stress or a wide variety of youth issues. Let Backus Family Chiropractic give you back the life you deserve. And the Tigers meet at the pitching rubber, talk over the situation as they face runners on second and third. They'd like to get out of this one and keep their 3-run lead intact. Peyton Kalmez, who was hit by the pitch, is now on third, and Liebelt at second, who reached on the error out and right. Molly Mashinsky batting here in a big spot for West. Still just the third inning, but they'd like to climb back into this one with a 3-run deficit here. as they were up 2-0, but Marshfield put up 5 in the top of the third. And that's called a strike, 1-1 to Mashinsky. Fox twirls the ball in her glove. 1-1 pitch on the inside corner for a strike. One and two, Fox to Mashinsky. Hit to second, and thrown over to Kraus for the third out of the inning. Wausau West threatens, but strands 2 on base. Top of the 4th inning coming up after this.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with Seamless Commercial Roofing. Our process is guaranteed and a fraction of the cost of replacement with no downtime. When your roof needs attention, call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield.
The auto service specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Welcome back to Wausau West, Wisconsin Valley softball action. Butler warming up for West as they trail 5-2 here in the top of the 4th. Due up for Marshfield is Varsho, Griesbach, Garvin. Varsho leading off for the 3rd time in 3 of the 4 innings. Varsho 1 for 1 today with a single and a walk. Out on fielder's choice both times, though.
Lead off the top of the 4th, the left fielder number 1, Delaney Varsho.
West hoping for a quicker inning here in the 4th. They've been on the field for a long time back in the 2nd and the 3rd. They didn't allow any runs in the 2nd, but a couple long at-bats and base runners. 1-0 here to Delaney Varsho. And that's a called strike on the outside corner. Hit up the middle. Claire Kalmes fires to Peisig, 1 down. Now,
brings up
Lillian Griesbach to bat. She has reached twice on fielder's choice. She's 0 for 2. And she was the first run in for Marshfield in the 3rd inning. That's a called strike. 0-1 to the Tiger catcher. That's inside for a ball, 1-1. And hit past Butler to Kalmes, and out at first. Another 6-3 out for the Tigers. Bring up Lydia Garvin. 1 for 2 with a single.
Lydia Garvin.
Another one hit to Kalmes, and out at first. 6-3, 6-3, 6-3 here in the 4th. Marshfield goes down 1-2-3. bottom of the fourth coming up after this.
Axis Insurance is your complete independent insurance agency for auto, home, business, and life insurance serving Wisconsin and Minnesota. Insurance can often be confusing and frustrating, but with Axis Insurance you get experienced advisors that pair you with exactly the coverage you need at the most competitive prices for every stage of life. Located in Weston and a proud supporter of area high school athletics, their business truly does revolve around you. Learn more at AxisInsurance.net or by calling 715-355-8400.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. This is Dan Lau on play-by-play here for you. Thanks for joining. West getting exactly what they're looking for in the top of the fourth. A quick 1-2-3 inning. Kalmaz to Peisig 3 times over. Now Molly Fox warming up for the Tigers. Due up for the West Ball Club. Heil, Peisig, Defner. Heil went down on strikes back in the first inning. Griesbach down to second.
Leading the Warriors
And
off,
Heil to the plate.
bottom of the fourth inning. The catcher, number 3, Addie Heil.
Merrill Steel is your partner for structural steel fabrication. Consider moving your career to one of the largest growing fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com. Fox to Heil. That's a ball 1-0 to the catcher. Heil did not start last game. It was Jaden Kalmaz behind the dish. But Heil came in probably the fourth inning, pinch hit. But in the times I've seen West, she has been the more regular starting catcher. 2-0 to her. And that's hit down to third. Over to first. Nice scoop there by Madison Krause for the first out of the inning.
Brings up the first baseman, number
Garvin did a nice job hugging the line and getting over to that ball. It was chopped right down the line, fielded cleanly over to Krause. Sadie Peisig to bat. She struck out in the second inning. 0-1 here to the Warrior first baseman. Fox rocks back, high, 2-1 to Peisig. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for these two. Marshfield taking on North tomorrow, and Wausau West has Pacelli tomorrow over in Stevens Point. And that's a called strike, 2-2. And then following that, Wausau West takes on Spash here at home. Two and two to Peisig. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout and 2 down. Taylor Defner, who struck out looking back in the second, up to bat.
Taylor Defner.
That's a swing and a miss by Defner. And the fastball from Molly Fox. Down the heart of the plate, 0-2. Defner finds herself behind in the count. And that's a swing and a miss. The Warriors going down 1-2-3 here in the fourth. Marshfield due up in the top of the fifth after these commercial messages.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Take your education out of the classroom and give new spaces a spin. Wherever you are, North Central Technical College is there with flexible learning options, including rolling start dates and 100% online classes. Earn your degree around your life.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports here in the top of the fifth. Due up for the Tigers, Kraus, Costa, Cole. Butler still on the mound here for Wausau West. And that first pitch is a ball to Kraus. Kraus singled and scored and got an RBI back in the third inning. But who didn't single for the Tigers back in the third inning? They picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 singles. And that's a called strike. 3-1 here to Kraus. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. Visit locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. That's a leadoff walk to Kraus. Bring up Ryan Costa, 0 for 2 today. And we have a pitching change for Wausau West. We'll find out who momentarily.
The first tube was bent in 1968 back in a garage by our house. Shortly after that, we moved into a rented space in a machine shop.
Moving into this building in 2000 at 90,000 square feet.
So right now we sit at 165,000 square feet.
150 employees. Every day we look at how grateful we are to be where we are, but we never forget where we started. Here at J&D Tube Benders, we're a full custom hydraulic tube manufacturer. We can do anything from your simple bent tube component to a fully welded assembly.
McKenna Gale now warming up for the Warriors. 1 on, nobody out in the top of the fifth as Marshfield leads Wausau West 5-2 after that explosive 5-run third inning. Costa, Cole, and Fox due up for Marshfield. Gale is all warmed up, and Costa, the shortstop, will step up to the plate for the Tigers. Gale gets the signs from Heil, crouches and delivers, and hit between the gap of first and second. Another single for Marshfield. Runners now on first and second.
Center fielder
and
number 5, Madeline Cole.
Madeline Cole to bat. 1 for 2 with a run today is Cole. And that's inside for a ball. Cole twirls the bat in her hand. 2-0 to her. Gale fires in and hit down the third baseline, foul. Smart play there by Defner, allowing it to roll foul rather than picking up. And Cole was well down the line anyhow. So they find themselves not in a bases loaded situation on the smart play by Defner. And that's low. 3-1. Gale looks in, and that's hit into the outfield. Kraus stops at third. Bases loaded here for Marshfield on the single by Madeline Cole. Molly Fox now up to bat. 1 for 1 with a walk, a run, an RBI. And 4 nice innings pitched so far by Fox. And still no one out for Marshfield here in the top of the 5th. Marshfield with 9 hits today, all of them singles. An opportunity to break the game wide open. Two 2-0 here to Fox. Gale in relief of Butler on the mound. And chopped foul. And that's hit high on the infield. Claire Calmez with the catch. 1 down. Bring up Taylor Weiss,
Number 6, Taylor Weiss.
who hit a 2-run single back in the 3rd inning for Marshfield. And nice stop by Heil. Kraus on third, Costa on second, Cole on first. 1 down. Weiss at the plate. Foul. And 1-1 to Weiss. And that's hit foul. Now Weiss finds herself down 1-2. Coach Linsmeyer talking to Krause over at third. And that off-speed pitch just off the plate, 2-2. Gale crouches and fires in high. Full count now to Weiss, working her way back into this at bat. And that's high, and an RBI walk for Weiss, her third RBI of the game. And now bases loaded, one down for Ottman.
Brings up the second baseman, number 4, Layla Ottman.
6-2, Marshfield now leading.
Second baseman, number 8, Layla Ottman.
And Ottman talking it over with Linsmeyer. Great Lakes Cheese in Wausau offers a state-of-the-art facility with excellent benefits, pay, culture, and so much more. Join a growing company and get your career on the right path. Learn more and apply at GreatLakesCheese.com. Still in the top of the 5th here, one down, bases loaded for the Tigers. They've already put one in this inning, and they'd like to add to that. One and one here. And that's fouled away by Ottman. Ottman's 0 for 2 today with 2 ground outs to short. Just off the plate, 2-2. And that's hit high and out of play. Two and two here to Ottman. Gale pitches in, it's hit foul. Defner over for a big second out. 2 down, and now we're up the top of the order. Delaney Varsho, who is 1 for 2 today. Finds herself in a bases loaded situation. And that's on the outside corner for a strike. Gale to Varsho. A little bit high, 1-1. Marshfield's high and away. 2-1 to Varsho. Oh, and that's hit to Peissig, who stops it and steps on first to end the threat by the Tigers, who put in one more run. They now lead 6-2, bottom of the fifth, coming up after this.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
Bottom of the fifth here at Wausau West. They trail Marshfield 6-2, but they're up to bat. Due up is Gale, Holstrom, Kalmez. Marshfield adding one more in the top of the inning, and they had bases loaded for four batters and just one scored. So nice job by Wausau West, only allowing one run that inning as they found themselves bases loaded, nobody out. Now McKenna Gale up to bat. Now the pitcher. She came over from right. Coming in relief of Caitlin Butler. Gale 0 for 1 today with a ground out. That's hit fouled on the third baseline. Molly Fox still on the mound here for the Tigers. One and one to Gale. Hit down to second, and out at first is Gale in the 4-3 putout. Top of the order now, Balin Holstrom to bat. 0 for 2 today.
Brings up the left fielder, number 5, Balin Holstrom.
That's a called strike. 0-1 to the leadoff hitter. France Propane is your locally owned, complete service propane company. They served all of central Wisconsin for over 2 generations. Learn more at francepropane.com. France Propane, local quality family. 1-1 count to Holstrom. Fox looks down, up to her catcher. And fouling it away is Holstrom. And that's high, 2-2. Hit to shallow infield for a single. Holstrom reaches That ball kind of flies into no man's land in the infield. But a single's a single, and runner on for Peyton Calmez.
Brings up the second baseman, number 6, Peyton Calmus.
One on, one down. Bottom of the 5th, Calmez batting. Shows bunt, but pulls it back, 1-0. And that's ripped foul. Not enough room for Varsho to get that one. Another ball fouled away. Calmez down 1-2 in the count here. Hit to second and caught by Ottman. 2 down.
Brings up the center fielder, number 4.
Taylor Liebelt batting, who is 1 for 2 with that 2-run homer back in the first and reached on the error in right. And throwing down to second. And that's an out at second. Nice dart by Griesbach to end the inning. We got the top of the 6th coming up after these commercial messages.
Find auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable auto repairs, brakes, tires, and oil changes all in one place at Auto Select in Weston. At Auto Select, you can expect dependable automotive repair from the experts you can trust will exceed your expectations. Auto repair has never been so comfortable with a spacious, clean waiting room with refreshments along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. And ask about their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. For your next auto repair or maintenance, bring your vehicle to Auto Select on Schofield Avenue in Weston. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Top of the 6th, due up for Marshfield is Griesbach, Garvin, Kraus. And new pitcher for the Warriors, Claire Schultz. Shipping up to Boston, playing on the speakers here. Griesbach to bat, 0 for 3 today with a run.
Top of the 6th inning. The catcher, number 4, Lillian Griesbach.
Nice play by Griesbach in the bottom of the 5th to throw out Holstrom at second. And hitting the gap for a single. And reaching second is Griesbach on the error. single and an error out and left as the ball reached the wall. And a runner in scoring position quickly for the Tigers. Bring up Lydia Garvin, who is 1 for 3 today with a run. Hit out into center and caught by Liebelt for the first out. Madison Krause, 1 for 2, 2 runs, a walk, an RBI. And that's hit high and out of play. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Oh and 2 here to Krause. That's high. 1 and 2. Claire Schultz coming in relief of McKenna Gale. Skipped to home. 2 and 2. And that low pitch is golfed to second and not caught by Peisig. She's had a good game so far today. But that'll be an error on Peisig. Now Krause to first, Griesbach to third.
Brings up shortstop number 10,
Ryan Costa to bat. She is 1 for 3.
Pinch running, number 7.
Now running is Barnhart for Krause. Marshfield threatened a big inning back in the 5th, but ultimately only came up with 1 run after bases loaded and nobody out. And that's a called strike. Thrown down to second, not in time by Heil. Now runners on second and third. 2 in scoring position for Costa. One and 1 here to Costa. Just off the plate, 2 and 1. That error by Peisig was the 3rd of the game by the Warriors. And Marshfield with 10 hits today. Three and 1 to the shortstop. And that's a called strike. Full count to Costa. That's it to Kalmez. And she did not have time to make the play, and scoring is Griesbach. Costa with an RBI single as Barnhart reaches third.
Number 5, center fielder Madeline Cole.
Now 7-2, Marshfield leads. Madeline Cole batting 2 for 3 today with a run. And that's an out at second. That high throw by Heil, caught by a leaping Peyton Kalmez, who applied the tag. Nice play there by Peyton Kalmez. Not a great throw by Heil, but she still got Costa out. And now 2 down with runner on third. And Defner fields it and dropped by Peisig. That's another run for the Tigers, who now lead 8-2. Looks like they ruled that a single.
Pitcher number 3, Molly Fox.
Barnhart scored in place of Kraus, and that was Madeline Cole with the infield single and an RBI. Now batting is Molly Fox, the pitcher. Schultz to Fox. High, 2-0. And that's a stolen base by Cole. Two down, runner on second. 3-0 to Fox. And that's it fair down the third baseline. Cole scores, and Fox in for a double.
Brings up right fielder number 6, Taylor White.
9-2 Tigers. Taylor Weiss to bat.
Cameron Pierce, courtesy running.
Weiss is 2 for 2 today with a walk and 3 RBI. Cameron Pierce running for Fox. She stands over at second. And that's a called strike, 1-1 to Weiss. And that was a nice pitch by Schultz, fooling Weiss. It just landed in the perfect spot off the corner. 2-2 to the Tiger right fielder. And that's low, full count. Pierce will be running, 2 outs. And that's hit foul. Another long inning by the Tigers, keeping the Warriors out in the field. Schultz fires in high, and a walk by Weiss. Now runners on first and second for Ottman.
Second baseman, Layla Ottman.
Ottman 0 for 3 today. That offering from Schultz is high, 1-0 to the second baseman. Called strike 1-1. Hit to short, caught by Calmez to end the inning. Marshfield puts up a couple more runs. 3 here in the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 6th coming up after this.
If the check engine light comes on in your car, do you address it or hope it goes away on its own? Pain is your body's check engine light signaling that something isn't right. Innovative Health in Weston can help identify and fix the aches and pains of everyday life. We deliver effective chiropractic care for every joint in your body, from your neck to your back to your knees and feet. With 4 doctors on staff and advanced treatment options, we've been consistently voted a top chiropractic and sports medicine clinic in central Wisconsin. Whether you're a high school athlete, a pregnant mom, or just feeling the wear and tear of life, give us a call at Innovative Health in Weston today.
Feel better, live better, Innovative Health.
The auto service specialist at Shural Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Shural Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at ShuralTire.com.
Due up for Wausau West here in the bottom of the 6th. Leibelt, Kalmez, Mashinsky. Leibelt 1 for 2 today. Her at-bat will continue from the last inning, which ended on Holstrom being caught stealing out at second. Fox on the mound for the Tigers once again. Inside 2-0. Get help finding your next career at Express Employment Professionals with locations in Wausau, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. Learn more at expresspros.com. That's expresspros.com. Outside corner, 2-1. That's it, out into left, and caught by Varsho.
Brings up the shortstop, number 1, Claire Kalmes.
Claire Kalmez to bat. 1 for 2 today with a single. Fox looks down and back to the plate. 1-0. High, 2-0. Marshfield leading 9-2, scoring 9 runs on 13 hits. Wausau West 4 hits today and 3 errors. down the heart of the plate. 2-1 to Calmez. Claire Calmez has been very busy at short. That's hit high into the outfield. And just over the fence, another home run from Claire Calmez. She had a solo shot on Monday, another one here today, back-to-back games.
Claire Calmez.
That gives the Warriors something to cheer about since their first home run of the game. Now up is Mashinsky. So in back-to-back games, Claire Calmez and Leibelt have both homered.
Pinch hitting number 9, JJ Calmez.
Pinch hitting here is Jaden Calmez for Mashinsky. 1 down, 1 in the bottom of the 6th. (9-3) Tigers. And that's hit and caught over at second by Ottman. For the second out of the inning, Addie Heil to bat.
Bring up the catcher, number 3, Addie Heil.
And a diving catch by Varsho out in left field. What a great play to end the inning. Nice play by Delaney Varsho in left. But the Warriors put up 1 on the solo homer by Claire Calmez. Top of the 7th coming up in just a bit.
Doctor basically said, you're going to be in a wheelchair and walking with a walker. And I'm like, what? I'm like, that's my life? That's my life story? I looked around on the internet and I found Shai at Next Step Prosthetics. And I came in and met with him and I felt so comfortable here, so unfearful. He said, we're going to get you up and walking.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
Welcome back to Wausau West. Due up is the top of the order. Varsho, Griesbach, Garvin. Tigers up 9-3. And another pitching change. So I guess I didn't know you were allowed to do this. Caitlin Butler, the starting pitcher, is back in the game. Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. Varsho up to bat after that great play out in left to end the bottom half of the 6th. Marshfield leads 9-3. Butler back on the mound. And that's a called strike on the outside corner. One and one here to the left fielder of the Tigers. Varsho is 2 for 3 today with a walk and a single. Sorry, 1 for 3 today with a walk and a single. 2-2. That's low and outside. Full count to Varsho. Varsho walks. Griesbach to bat.
Brings up the catcher, number 4, Lillian Griesbach.
Griesbach is 1 for 4 today with 2 runs. Just inside, 1-0. Two and 0 to Griesbach. Butler fires in. That's low. Heil looks Varsho back to first. 3-0 count here to the catcher. And back-to-back walks from Butler. Lydia Garvin stepping up to the plate. 1 for 4 is Garvin with a run.
Third baseman, number 2, Lydia Garvin.
Both runners threaten but go back to their respective bases. And Butler having a tough time hitting the strike zone in her second appearance of the game. I suppose it can be tough to pitch a good portion of the game, then go sit for a while, and then having to warm up again and get ready. Another 3-0 count to Garvin. And Butler had a lot of long innings as well. That's a called strike. 3-1 to Garvin. Garvin thought it was a ball and was about to take her base. Another walk by Butler. Bases loaded, nobody out. Back-to-back-to-back walks. As Coach Hughes
number 11.
will relieve Butler, I believe. And we'll take a quick commercial break.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. Bases loaded. Top of the 7th. New pitcher for the Warriors. Looks to be McKenna Gale once again. So another pitcher coming in for the second time. Kraus to bat. Kraus has scored 3 times today. That's hit high and caught out in left. Tagging up is Wausau. That's another run for Marshfield on the sac fly by Madison Kraus. Now 1 down, runners on first and second. 10-2 lead for the Tigers. Ryan Costa, the Tigers shortstop, now at the plate. Griesbach on second, Garvin on first. Wausau just scored. And that ball thrown away by Gale to Defner. Scoring is Griesbach, and Garvin advances to third on the play. So now runners on second and third. Another West error. And Madeline Cole to bat. And that's on the outside corner, 0-1 to Cole. And fouled away. 0-2 to the Tigers center fielder. And that's hit foul on the third baseline. Tough game in the field today for Wausau West. 4 errors. 4 errors, a lot of walks, and a lot of singles by the Tigers. So much action on the base path. Marshall with 13 hits. I believe 12 of which were singles. Two and 2 now to Cole. 1 out, 2 on. And fouled on the third baseline. Playable and caught by Defner. That's her second play over in foul territory. For the out, bringing up Molly Fox.
Brings up pitcher number 3, Molly Fox.
Fox with a couple runs and a couple runs batted in today. Sorry, 1 run and 2 runs batted in. She has the lone extra base hit for Marshfield. Gale to Fox. Hit into right in the sun and caught to end the inning. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Marshfield 11, Wausau West 3.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
Bottom of the 7th. Due up for Wausau West, Sadie Peisig, Taylor Defner, McKenna Gale. Griesbach and Fox, who were both occupied on the field. Griesbach on base and Fox batting now, warming up. Marshfield scoring in 5 runs in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and 2 in the 7th to contribute to their 11 runs. They have 13 hits on the game. And Wausau West scoring in the 1st inning and the 6th inning. All 3 of their runs coming off the long ball by Taylor Leibelt and Claire Calmez. Fox will close out the game, looking to pitch all 7 frames.
Penny for the Warriors in the bottom
Fox
of the 7th.
allowing 3 runs on 5 hits.
Sadie Peisig.
Both home runs scored the West runs. Now she looks to face Peisig and close out this road win for the Tigers. That's low, 1-0. Fox deals. Hit and caught by Fox. 1 down.
Brings up third baseman number 13, Taylor Defner.
Taylor Defner to bat now. Inside corner, 0-1 to Defner. Defner 0-2 today with 2 strikeouts. And foul tip, 0-2. Fox winds up. And just a bit high, 1-2. Stay tuned for the Merrill Steel postgame show today. We'll have an interview with Coach Linsmeyer and a Marshfield Tiger. Two and two is Griesbach. Tries to walk that one off. She says she's fine. I could definitely not be a catcher. I could not crouch for that long. I have zero flexibility. Not a chance. 2-2 to Defner, and that's a foul ball. I think I caught once in coach pitch. I think everyone got to catch one time in coach pitch. Two and two to Defner, and another foul ball. Fox looks in and winds up. That's hit high. And caught in foul territory for the second out of the inning.
Brings up number 8.
Bring up McKenna Gale, the pitcher. That was Garvin catching that in foul ground. Same spot that Defner has made a couple plays. And now Marshfield just 1 out away from taking this win here on the road in West. Called for strike. One and one here to Gale. And hit back to Fox, takes her time, and thrown out is Gale. And that's the ball game.
Score here this afternoon.
11-3 is your final score. We'll have the Merrill Steel postgame show coming up. Consider moving your career to one of the largest scoring fabrication companies in the upper Midwest and apply at merrillsteel.com. We'll be back right after this.
Good night.
Merrill Steel welcomes you as you join us in a virtual tour. Our main facility in Schofield, Wisconsin covers an area of roughly 46 acres and is home to our company headquarters. From this location, paired with our facilities in Comanche, Iowa and Springfield, Missouri, we are able to easily fulfill the needs of the industry nationwide. With nearly 1 million square feet of combined space between our 3 facilities, we are able to take on some of the biggest and most complex jobs, making us one of the top 5 steel fabricators in the country. We employ the best of the best welders, those who can weld efficiently with both metal core and flux core, and who aren't afraid to work hard. We also offer on-the-job training, so even beginner welders can learn the ropes and help us build it big. As a backup to our dedicated weld fab team, we have a robotic welder. Merrill Steel is the 4th in the U.S. to have gotten one, keeping us on the leading edge of technology. With the combination of both man and machine, no job is too big to handle, but they'd have no work on their hands without our machine operators. Where our fabrication process really begins is here. Our skilled machine ops team is responsible for bringing in the raw steel. Be it sawing, cutting, drilling, or punching, they make sure the steel is in the correct shape and size for our fab teams. As an addition to the machine ops team, we've recently purchased multiple Python X machines. These handy systems have given us increased productivity, unmatched cut quality, and predictable and consistent throughput. Moving away from fabrication, we come to our coating department. One of the unique benefits of working with Merrill Steel is our in-house blasting and painting capabilities. Many projects require a complex coating system, and that's where we shine above the competition. We regularly apply corrosion-resistant coating in-house, as well as intumescent fire protection when needed. We hold the endorsement for sophisticated paint and coating from AISC. This, along with our NACE certified inspectors, ensure a high-quality finish for every piece. The loading and staging process, sandwiched between the end of production and shipping, is an important important step in the fabrication process. Within a moment's notice, we are able to handle and place an entire load onto a trailer for quick delivery to a job site. Finally, the last stage in our process is shipping. Our transit company, Merrill Steel Transit Services, is a wholly owned subsidiary of Merrill Steel Incorporated, consisting of more than 20 state-of-the-art trucks designed for transporting oversized and overweight shipments, along with hundreds of trailers ranging from 48-foot flatbeds to heavy-haul Jeep and booster combinations. We employ only the most highly skilled professional drivers, highly experienced mechanics, and knowledgeable office staff who work as a team to provide cost-effective service in a timely manner. Our shipping fleet is a major reason why we are able to be competitive throughout North America, including the contiguous 48 states, Alaska, and Canada. Thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit about us.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports. We have Coach Linsmeyer with Molly Fox. We'll start with you, Coach. You fell to Wausau West 12-11 earlier in the year, and they took a win from you guys on the road. Tell us about your win today and how it feels to get a big win on them.
Yeah, we're super proud of the girls and how they've responded. We're a young team, and to with a young team, sometimes there's ups and downs. And we took a hard loss the other night. And, I'm really super hard how we responded out of practice last night and coming into this game. And I'm so happy for this girl here. She's a freshman and she's, just a mentally tough player. And I'm so proud that she's on my team. I'm so happy for her to get, the recognition. I believe in her and just getting her the reps that she needs and the confidence that she needs in a Valley Conference game. But yeah, super proud. These girls have had a lot of adversity this week. There's a lot of AP testing. They put in late nights, late games. And so it's been one of those weeks where I know bodies are tired, but we got another game yet. So, hopefully they'll take care of themselves tonight and we'll be ready to go again tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. We'll talk to Molly Fox here, the starting and winning pitcher for the Marshfield Tigers. Tell us about your approach at the plate. Just the 2 home runs for the Warriors, which the only runs they got today, but tell us how you felt in the mound.
I mean, you can't really let that affect you. You gotta just reset, and they weren't like complete bombs, but you just gotta reset and let the defense work, because I know I got a good defense behind me and I'll let them work. So yeah.
You're also a contributor on the at the plate today. You picked up a couple RBIs and a double. And tell us a bit about how you guys had 13 or 14 hits, I think, a lot of which come in that big third inning. Tell us how you all rally behind each other.
Yeah, we just pick each other up. If someone strikes down, the next batter comes, gets a hit, and we just put in that work at practice and just pick each other up and get those hits, And
you know what to do next?
I'm Molly Fox, I'm in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll count you in 3, 2, 1.
I'm Molly Fox, and I'm in the house.
Nice job. Congratulations. Thank you for watching the Merrill Steel postgame show. Marshfield picking up the win 11-3 on Wausau West. And we'll have plenty of more softball and baseball coverage this spring for you. This has been Dan Lau. Thank you for watching.